Hey everybody, it's Wednesday. I'm Eric, and that means it's time to look at some comics. Wednesday, August 4th. This is the stuff that I had in my poll list, and a few other things. But let's jump right in with this is The Conjuring, The Lover, number 3 of, well, that was disturbing. Number 3 of 5 or 6, I'm not sure how many. I love that cover. Very cool. This is from DC Horror, and I'm not going to go into all the creators and everything because I'll mispronounce names and things. This series has been okay. I love the fake ads. I love the backup stories. The main story has been okay so far. It seems a little drawn out, but with covers like that, I'm going to keep coming back. Then we have The Nice House on the Lake from DC Black Label. This is number something. Number 3. Another variant cover there. It's pretty wild. Love the colors. This is James Tynan and Martinez Bueno, I think. I don't know. I'm horrible at pronunciations. This has been a fantastic book, and I usually dig DC's Black Label stuff. This isn't the last we're going to see of Black Label. Then we have The Wrong Earth, Night and Day, number 6. This is the last issue. This has been a lot of fun. The whole super dark version of a superhero crossing over into the light version of the superhero's world and vice versa. It's pretty wild. The original series was great. This secondary series, Night and Day, has been fantastic. And this is from Ahoy Comics. It'll be fun to finish up that story. Then we have Basilisk, number 3, I believe. Yes, chapter 3 from Boom Studios. This is another Cullen Bunn. That dude's everywhere. This has been a really cool story so far. It'll be interesting to see where this one goes. Speaking of Cullen Bunn, he's got a new one. Lucky Devil from Dark Horse. This is, I think it's just a limited series. I'm never sure with some of these. They don't always say. But this is, I think, if I remember correctly, it's about a guy who becomes possessed. They perform an exorcism, and the demon is cast out, but he keeps the powers. Something. Who knows? I haven't read it yet. But if it's got Cullen Bunn's name on it, there's a 99.9% chance I'm picking it up. Stillwater, number 9. Chip Zdarsky from Image and Skybound. This series has been fantastic. Always excited to read more Stillwater. I think the first trade might be out. If not, it's coming out soon. Pick it up. Highly recommended. And then start getting the monthlies, because you're going to want to keep up. Then we have Howard Chaykin's Hey Kids Comics, Volume 2, Profits and Loss. And this is issue 4, I think, out of 6. This has been a wild ride. It's a crazy, crazy book about the comics industry. And it's got cool back cover stuff. Always a fun read. I love Howard Chaykin. All right, we'll skip that for now. And then we're going to get into, well, let's do this one, since this technically is not a trade paperback. Suicide Squad Get Joker, number 1. This is another Black Label book. There's only one title in the entire Black Label series that I have not gotten, and that was a fantasy one, and I may eventually pick up the trade paperback, but I like Suicide Squad. I like Joker. I like Black Label stuff. I don't know why. Let me see. Where's my other? Okay. I don't know how they decide which size a story is going to be. But sometimes you get these big ones. Sometimes you get normal size ones. Either way, very, very cool. All right. Now, trade paperbacks. This is New Mutants by Vita Ayala. I'm really not sure how you say the name. Volume 1. But this is actually the third volume of this run of New Mutants. I'm not going to get into it. But either way, I'm not a huge fan of Mutants. Really depends on the writer, whether I'm going to pick up a series of X-Men or any of that stuff. But I do really enjoy New Mutants, and this current run has been really good. And so I'm getting the trades. I've got all 3 so far. Then we have OMAC, One Man Army Corps, by Jack Kirby. And this collects the complete 8-issue Kirby OMAC saga. So part of my quest to get as much of this Kirby stuff as I can. I'm not going crazy trying to find everything he's done. I am trying to get a lot of the stuff that he wrote and drew, as opposed to just being the artist on stuff. So I've got this, New Gods, Forever People, other stuff that I can't think. Eternals. I have Machine Man, but that also has Steve Ditko and some other people. But yeah, I dig. I'm really getting back into Jack Kirby, and this is going to be why. I mean, look at that cover. Obviously, this is crazy stuff. Here's a big one. This is Star Wars, the original Marvel Years, Epic Collection, Volume 5. And it is what it says. It reprints the original Marvel comics, Star Wars comics from back in the day. This has, what does this have? Star Wars 75 through 88, Annual number 3, and Star Wars Return of the Jedi 1 through 4. I heard somewhere that this is the last one of these, but, I mean, it says next at the end of that, so I don't know if that's true or not. But I have all of these. I used to have the original comics. Not all of them, but a bunch of them when it started. Those are long gone, unfortunately, but with these great epic collections, I can relive my childhood. Then we have this one. Can I hold the whole... This is Wolverine Black, White, and Blood Treasury Edition. You can see it's really nice. This was a mini-series that's all basically black, white, and red. They used to have these Treasury Editions back in the day, and lately they've been putting out these. I mean, they're really... Let's see. Let me grab something. Here's a standard size comic next to it. Here's a trade paperback next to it. You can see how big it is. Pricey, but the quality is a little nicer than those old treasuries they used to put out. Those old treasury editions were fantastic. But yeah, I dig black and white comic book art generally, and you throw in a single color. And this is an anthology series, a whole bunch of different creators. So I have not read any of this. Ooh, some of that art looks fantastic. So I'm looking forward to digging into this one. I've got a few other Treasury editions I'm expecting at some point. All right, so that was everything that was on my pull list. Now I'll share this with you. This is my replacement copy of Harrow County Omnibus number 2. Very nice. If you watched the video, I don't remember how many weeks ago, where I got the original copy, it was beat up. It was smashed. So this was a free replacement copy. So very happy with that. And then, let's see. So this is something that came out this week. Was not on my pull list. I didn't have to get it. The guys at the comic book shop are nice enough to pull these. This is Skybound X number 5, I believe. And I also have number 3. Again, in a previous video, I talked about number 3. And the reason they pulled this is because it has a 6 Sidekicks of Trigger Keaton story, which is a series that I'm collecting. So they pulled this for me so I could have that story. The other one that they pulled, number 3, I believe it was number 3, had Stillwater story. So one, it's great that the guys at the comic shop will do that. I didn't order it. Haven't paid attention to the whole Skybound X title, but they see something that they know I collect, they'll put it aside for me and give me the option of picking it up. And I did. And then finally, something I claimed for my nephew, and that is, what if Wolverine battled Conan the Barbarian? I love the What If titles. Can't wait for the TV show. I've got, looking over there, 4 volumes collected, the original What If. My nephew's just been getting random issues as they kind of pop up in the live videos that our comic book shop does. So I snagged this one for him. And I hope he'll dig it. And that's it. That is what I got at the comic book store this week. So, question of the video. I think we've covered heroes. I know we covered heroes. So, the obvious next question is, who is your favorite villain? Any villain, any comic book company, doesn't matter. If you want to pick an anti-hero, just make your case for it, which is the same thing I said about in the hero category. My favorite villain, there's so many great villains, so many villains that I love, but I don't think at this point that there will ever be a question in my mind for my favorite villain, which is Doctor Doom. I absolutely love Doctor Doom. I love the way he looks. I love the character himself. The ego on that guy is fantastic. I love it. Basically has 2 motivations: get his mother out of hell and make the world a better place, essentially. And then you could say he has a 3rd motivation, which is get that damn Richards. But basically, he wants to get his mom out of hell. He wants to make the world a better place. Unfortunately, his way of making the world a better place is for him to be a dictator, for him to run everything, run the whole show. But I love the character. I find him compelling. I'm right up on my wall. I have a copy of Doom 2099, which was a cool version of the character. What was I going to say? Oh, there was a... excuse me. I don't think it was in Wizard magazine. I think it was in a different magazine that maybe they published, or it was a competing comic book magazine that had funny stuff in it. And I just remember there was a job application for someplace filled out by Doctor Doom. And the one part I remember, and it made me laugh so hard, because I'm just weird, I don't remember any of the other stuff Doctor Doom filled out. But it got to the point where it had references. So it's asking for references, and just in big capital letters, it said, "None Judge Doom," which I thought was hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. And in keeping with the character, Doctor Doom doesn't need references. So there you have it. Yeah, he's my favorite villain. Yes, there are wonderful villains. I love the Lizard. See, you can. You can just barely see my Lizard statue right there. My Lizard bust. And I have a little lead-based Lizard, too. That's my favorite Spider-Man villain. But, and I love Taskmaster. All sorts of great villains. But Doctor Doom. Absolutely. Doctor Doom. #1 villain for me. So, who's your favorite villain? Put it in the comments. And if you have any comments, questions, or corrections, please put them in the comments below. Comments are open for spoilers. Just post spoiler warning. We try to be polite here at the Low Budget... Oh, at my channel. This is not a low budget review show video. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if you care to follow me on other social media, my Twitter is @Ronin5757. My Instagram, where I post pictures of books, comics, board games, and fuzzy animals, is Eric Smith 5757. That's Eric with a K, ERIKSMITH 5757. That's all I've got. So until next time, read more books.